bumuo ng Genuine Agrarian Reform Bill o GARB na unang final sa Kongreso noong 2007. At hanggang ngayon ay patuloy na pinafile ng kinatawang ito kasama ng Makabayan Bloc. He also became Anakpawi's third nominee during the 2010 elections. Randall Etchanis is undergoing medical treatment and was unarmed when some forces entered his house. His lifeless body bore torture marks, multiple stabs, and gunshot wounds. Anong mga klaseng kaluluwa mayroon ang mga taong gumawa nito sa isang matanda na walang kalaban-laban? Ngayong panahon ng pandemya, paulit-ulit sinasabi ng gobyernong ito na bawal lumabas ang mga senior dahil vulnerable sila sa sakit. Ikinulong sila sa loob ng mga tahanan. Pero si Randall Etchanis mismo na isang senior at may sakit, pinasok sa loob ng tahanan niya at mismo doon pinagsasaksak at pinatay. Mr. Speaker, itinanggi pa ng kapulisan na hindi raw si Randy Etchanis ang natagpuang labi. Ngunit habang nasa St. Peter's Chapel ang bangkay ni Randall Etchanis na dinala ng mga kaanak at ng kanyang asawa, pinuntahan sila ng mga pulis at pinwersa sa pilitang kinuha ang kanyang bangkay dahil wala pa raw release order at isang nagngangalang Manuel Santiago ang bangkay. Pero mismong si Erlinda Etchanis na kanyang asawa ang nagkumpirma na ang labi ay kay Randy Etchanis. Sino namang asawa o kapamilya ang magsisinungaling ng ganito ukol sa kanilang minamahal sa buhay? Kung talagang wala silang kinalaman, bakit pilit nilang ipinagkakait na paglamayan ng pamilya ang katawan ni Randall Etchanis? Karapatan ng pamilya ang umiyak, ang magluksa sa pinatay na minamahal. Walang puso lang ang magkakait ng ganito. And to make things even worse, hinuli pa ng PNP La Loma ang paralegal na si Pao Colabres na nagbabantay sa kanyang labi at kinasuhan ng obstruction of justice. Mr. Speaker, si Randall Etchanis, as a peace consultant during the peace talks, is part of a working committee who drafted the CASER, or the Comprehensive Agreement on Social and Economic Reforms, Agrarian Reform and Rural Development portion. Sa ARRD po siya umupo. Magiliw po siya na lumahok, umupo, nakipagtalakayan sa government, sa Republic of the Philippines. Dahil gusto nilang maayos yung mga kailangang ayusin kaugnay sa kahilingan ng mga magsasaka para sa lupa. This representation has long been pushing for the resumption of peace talks. In fact, during the first regular session of the 17th Congress, this representation, along with Makabayan Bloc, filed a resolution for the resumption of peace talks that was co-authored by almost 200 honorable representatives in this August chamber. Ang nangyaring ito ay isang paglabag sa karapatang pantao. Humihiling ang representasyong ito na imbestigahan ang nangyaring pagpaslang kay Randall Randy Etchanis. Hanggang ngayon po ay hindi pa ibinibigay ang bangkay kay Erlinda Etchanis. Kinakailangan daw ipaalam pa sa CIDU. Kailangan pong managot ang mga ayaw magbigay ng bangkay ni Randall Etchanis. Ang mga perpetrators nito. Hustisya para kay Randy Etchanis, hustisya para sa lahat ng biktima ng pamamaslang ng mga pulis, ng militar at ng pasistang rehimen. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
I'd like to greet our chairman of Trade Industry a very happy birthday, Chairman Wes Gatchalian. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the Honorable Brosas to the Committee on Rules for appropriate action. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the privilege speech of Congresswoman Brosas be referred to the Committee on Rules for appropriate action. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker,
Session suspended.
resolution number
directed to read the following House resolution.
Resolution number 969, resolution urging the Department of Education, Department of Information and Communications Technology, and Department of Health, in consultation with the major telecommunications companies, to create a task force that shall formulate a home-based virtual education system for K-12 teachers and students to be implemented during the state of public health emergency.
Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution number 969. So move, Mr. Speaker.
is there any objection? The chair is done. The motion is approved. Majority Leader. Those who are in favor for this adoption, please, those who are in favor, please say aye. And those who are against, say nay. Ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Resolution number 1000 and the Committee Report number 386 for adoption. And I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Resolution 1000, resolution commending the Dumaguete Cathedral Credit Cooperative Union, DCCCO, multipurpose cooperative for its outstanding achievements and leadership in the field of cooperative development.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution number 1000.
There is a motion to adopt this resolution number 1000. Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider for adoption House Resolution number 1001 and the Committee Report number 387. And I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? The chair, none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the resolution.
House Resolution 1001, resolution commending the Kooperatiba Naton Multipurpose Cooperative, KNMPC, for its outstanding cooperative achievement and leadership in the upliftment and sustainable development of the communities in the countryside.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution number 1001.
There is a motion to approve the adoption of House Resolution number 1002. Those who are in favor, 1001, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Resolution number 1002 and the Committee Report number 3838, and I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is now directed to read the title of the resolution.
House Resolution 1002, resolution commending the Litolet Consumer Cooperative, Liconco, for its outstanding contribution to countryside development and for winning first place in the micro-cooperative category of the Cooperative Development Authority's Gawad Parangal in 2019.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution number 1002.
There is a motion to approve the adoption of House Resolution number 1002. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution 1041
Under Committee Report 390.
and other Committee Report 390. Request the Secretary General to be directed to read the title of the
Is there
resolution.
any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House Resolution number 1042.
House Resolution 1041, resolution commending the Bagong Barrio Multipurpose Cooperative for winning first place in the 2019 Gawad Parangal Search for the Cooperative Development Authority for the most outstanding primary cooperative large millionaire category.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt the House Resolution
There is a motion to adopt House Resolution number 1041. Those who are in favor, please say aye. And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for consideration on House Resolution number 1042 under Committee Report 391 and request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to read the title of the resolution 1042.
House Resolution 1042, resolution commending and congratulating the San Jose Seco Landfill Multipurpose Cooperative for its outstanding contribution to economic development and having been conferred the Hall of Fame Award, Small Cooperative category by the Cooperative Development Authority in its 2019 Gawad Parangal program.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution 1042.
There is a motion to adopt the House Resolution number 1042. Those who are in favor, please say aye. And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 7302 under Committee Report number 402. And I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill number 7302.
House Bill 7302, an act rationalizing the disability pension of veterans, amending for the purpose, Republic Act number 6948, entitled An Act Standardizing and Upgrading the Benefits for Military Veterans and their Beneficiaries as amended.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the explanatory note of the measure be made as the sponsorship speech of each of the authors. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the measure is that we are in the period of interpellation. There being no members who wish to interpellate on the said matter, I move that we close the period of interpellation.
The period of interpellation is closed. Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no, I move that we open the period of amendments.
There is a motion to open the period of amendment. Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved.
Mr.
Majority
Speaker,
Leader.
there being no committee or individual amendments, I move that we close the period of amendment.
There is a motion for an individual amendment. If there is no objection, the motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to approve on second reading House Bill number 7302 under Committee Report number 402. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 7302. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 7320 under Committee Report number 403 and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bill number 7320, an act requiring government agencies to indicate the blood type of individuals on their identification cards, certificates, and licenses, and appropriating funds therefor.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we explanatory note of the measure be made as the sponsorship speech of the author. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the measure is that we are in the period of sponsorship and debate. There being no members who wish to interpellate on the matter, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
If there's no interpellators, there is a motion. Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
There is a motion to open the period of amendment. Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no committee amendments or individual amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
There is a motion to close the period of amendment. If the chair hears none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7320 under Committee Report 403. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 7320 Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 7332 under Committee Report number 406. And I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bill number 7332, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Mindanao Islamic Telephone Company Incorporated, presently known as Dito Telecommunication Corporation, under Republic Act number 8627, entitled an act granting the Mindanao Islamic Telephone Company Incorporated a franchise to construct, establish, install, maintain, and operate wire and wireless telecommunication systems in the Philippines.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the measures that we are in the period of sponsorship and debate. Before that, Mr. Speaker, I move that the explanatory note of the measure be made as the sponsorship speech of the author. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members wish to interpolate on the matter, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
There is a motion to close the period of amendment. There is the chair is
Sponsorship and
down.
debate, Mr. Speaker.
Can you know,
Close the period of sponsorship and debate.
to close the sponsorship and
Debate.
debate. Is there an objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, there being no committee or individual amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7332 under Committee Report number 406. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve on second reading House Bill number 7332. Those who are in favor, please say aye. And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider number House Bill 7022 under Committee Report number 380. And I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bill number 7022, an act creating 2 additional branches of the Regional Trial Court in the 12th Judicial Region to be stationed in the municipality of Mlang, province of Cotabato, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 14M of Batas Pambansa bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the sponsorships, the explanatory note of the bill be made as the sponsorship speech of the author. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members who wish to interpolate on the matter, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate of House Bill number 7022.
Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move, since there are no members who wish to propose amendments and no committee amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
The period of amendment will close. There is a motion. The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7022 under Committee Report number 380. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve on second reading House Bill number 7022. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 7023 under Committee Report number 381, and I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill number 7023, an act creating 1 additional branch of the Municipal Trial Court in cities to be stationed in the city of Malaybalay, province of Bukidnon, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 29 of Batas Pambansa bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the explanatory note of the bill be made as the sponsorship speech of the author. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Mr.
Majority Leader.
Speaker, there being no members who wish to interpolate on the matter, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate on House Bill number 7023.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
The period of amendment will be open. There's no objection. The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move, there being no members who wish to propose amendments and no committee amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
There is no objection. Hearing none, motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7023 under Committee Report number 381. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill 7023 on second reading. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 7024 under Committee Report number 382, and I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill number 7024, an act creating 6 additional branches of the Regional Trial Court in the 4th Judicial Region to be stationed in the municipality of Los Baños and in the city of Cabuyao, province of Laguna, and creating 1 additional branch of the Municipal Trial Court in the cities to be stationed in the city of Cabuyao, province of Laguna, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose sections 14E and 29 of Batas Pamansa bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the explanatory note of the measure be made as the sponsorship speech of the author. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members who wish to interpolate on the matter, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate on House Bill number 7024.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
There is a motion to open the period of amendment. The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members who wish to propose amendments and no committee amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
There is a motion to close the period of amendment. The chair is done. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7024 under Committee Report number 382. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 7024 to approve on second reading. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended.
Nag-explain ako ah.
For omnibus approval on local bills, I move that we consider House Bill number 6974 under Committee Report number 373, House Bill number 6975 under Committee Report 374, House Bill 6976 under Committee Report 375, House Bill 7017 under Committee Report 377, House Bill 7018 under Committee Report 378, House Bill 7019 under Committee Report 379, House Bill 7027 under Committee Report 383, House Bill 7029 under Committee Report 384, House Bill 730 under Committee Report 385, House Bill 7137 under Committee Report 393, House Bill 7258 under Committee Report 394, House Bill 7259 under Committee Report 395, House Bill 7260 under Committee Report 396, House Bill 7261 under Committee Report 397, House Bill 7262 under Committee Report 398, House Bill 7263 under Committee Report 399, House Bill 7264 under Committee Report number 400, House Bill 7321 under Committee Report 404, House Bill number 7322 under Committee Report 405, House Bill 7336 under Committee Report 407, House Bill 7338 under Committee Report number 408. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion for omnibus approval on second reading. There is an objection. The chair is none. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the explanatory notes of the bill be made as the sponsorship speech of the respective House bills. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none. Motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members who wish to interpolate on any of the bills mentioned, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate of the respective bills. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments on the respective bills. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hearing none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no members who wish to propose amendments and no committee amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments on the respective bills. So moved.
There is a motion to close the period of amendment. The hearing none. Is there any objection? The chair hearing none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the approval on second reading on the respective bills. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve this omnibus approval on second reading. These various House bills. Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Consider House Bill on third reading.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Bill 6910 for third reading.
Request the Secretary General.
And may request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bills.
Is there any objection?
And call for the roll for the nominal voting.
Is there any objection? The chair, who is none, motion to approve the Secretary General to read the title of the bill and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
Magsasalita si Aydin Rosas dito ha. Explanation of votes niya.
House Bill 6910.
House Bill 6910, an act institutionalizing the alternative learning system in the basic education for out-of-school children, youth, and adults, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill 6910. Abante, Abaya, Bellanosa, Abu Exaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Costa Alba, Jong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Humintado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Berzaga, Bascub, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabutyan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Mariela Arni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Coanco, Colliantes, Crisologo, Cua, Cuaresma, Cueva, Culyamat, Dagoo, Dalipe, Dalog, Dasa, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Loso Montalya, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael, D. Ian Paul, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Ergel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rudy Caesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentabella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia, Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio Dong, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goroseta, Gico, Gulyas, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hoffer, Halushos, Javier, Jimenez, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lasatin, Diachon, Legarda, Lim, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Losotan, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Mangunda Dato, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Naganyo, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Waminal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Juano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padjenos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez, Ferdinand, Romualdez, Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmento, Saulug, Sevillano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, si Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Shari, Tan Sherni, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Tutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali, Alfonso, Umali, Maya Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva, Brother Eddie, Villanueva, Noel, Villar, Villaras Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Y. Corat, Zarate, Zubiri.
number 6910. We have 224 affirmative, 0 negative, 0 abstention. House Bill number 6910 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 6927, and I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
House Bill number 6927, an act establishing the e-government, defining its powers and functions, and for other purposes. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill number 6927. Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Aumentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Piazon, Bellones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabotsan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Kawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter, Cayetano Maria Laarni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Co Wangco, Colliantes, Crisologo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Colyamat, Dagook, Delipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus de Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalia, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael, D. Ian, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Envergo, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Farinas Ria, Farinas Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Guico, Gulias, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Haloshos, Javier, Jimenez, Co Eliza, Co Wilton, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lazatin, Leachon, Legarda, Lim Kay Chong, Lopez, Loyola, Lusotan, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Nagaño, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Owamenal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Owano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padiernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarberia, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salos, Sanchez, Sangcopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulog, Savellano, Shao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, C. Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Eliza, Tan Angelina, Tan Samir, Tan Shari, Tan Sherni, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Y. Corat, Zarate Zubiri.
With 229 members voting in the affirmative, 0 negative, and 0 abstention. House Bill number 6927 be approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill 6926 and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General will read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll of members for nominal voting.
House Bill number 9626, an act supporting the growth and development of digital careers in the Philippines. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill 9626. 6926. Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Senaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Umentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Bersaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Cabotchan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano, Mariela Arni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Coanco, Colliantes, Crisologo, Cuwa, Cuaresma, Cueva, Colyamat, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Loso Montalya, Demaporo Abdullah, Demaporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ina, D. Faustino Michael III, D. Ian Paul, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Ergel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Ruiz Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Fer Juliet, Fer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia, Pablo Jan, Garcia, Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go, Edgo Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales, Aurelio Dong, Gonzales, Neptali, Gonzales, Sandro, Groseta, Gico, Gullas, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Halusos, Javier, Jimenez, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Kong Hun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lasatin, Liachon, Legarda, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Losotan, Macapagal, Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Magundadato, Marcoleta, Mariana Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Naganyo, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nolasco, Nunez Malañaon, Waminal Olivares, Jose Roni, Ortega, Juana Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Pajernox, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdo Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagar Barria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmento, Saulug, Savillano, Xiao Silverio, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aletas, Suarez David, Suntay Si Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Shari, Tan Sherni, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Tutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali, Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Juliet, Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Ferte, Villanueva, Brother Eddie, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikorat, Zarate, Zubiri.
With 230 members affirmative, 0 negative, 0 abstention, House Bill number 6926 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 6867 and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bills and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
House Bill number 6867, an act reapportioning the province of Bulacan into 6 legislative districts. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill number 6867. Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abuexaldevar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Aumentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biazon, Bellones, Biron, Bolilia, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Rosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabotsan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro France, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter, Cayetano Maria Laarni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chongalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizalde, Co Wangco, Coliantes, Crisologo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Colyamat, De Gook, Dalipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalia, Di Maporo Abdullah, Di Maporo Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, Di Ian, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rude Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Guico, Gulias, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Halushos, Javier, Jimenez, Co Eliza, Co Wilton, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lezatin, Leachon, Legarda, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Lusotan, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Nagaño, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Ominal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padiernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarberia, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sangkopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulog, Savellano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singsonihan, Sinsua, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, C. Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Eliza, Tan Angelina, Tan Samir, Tan Shari, Tan Sherney, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Omali Alfonso, Omali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villaferte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikurat, Zarate Zubiri.
With 230 members vote in affirmative and 0 negative, 0 abstention, House Bill number 6867 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 6924 and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bills and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
House Bill number 6924, an act enabling banks to expand service delivery channels through cash agents and providing guidelines therefore. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill number 6924. Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abuegzaldevar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Agabas, Agarao, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Aumentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Bañas Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biazon, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Cabochan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro France, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter, Cayetano Maria Laarni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Co Huangco, Coliantes, Crisologo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Coliamat, Dagook, Delipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalia, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, Di Ian, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Farinas Ria, Farinas Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Flores, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Guico, Gulias, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Alushos, Javier, Jimenez, Ko Eliza, Ko Wilton, Kong Hun. Labad-labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lezatin, Leachon, Legarda, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Lusotan, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Nagaño, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Owaminal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Owano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padiernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sangcopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulog, Savellano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, si Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Eliza, Tan Angelina, Tan Samir, Tan Cherie, Tan Sherny, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor. Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikurat, Zarate, Zubiri.
With 231 members voting for affirmative, 0 negative, 0 abstention, House Bill number 6924 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 6948 and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
House Bill number 6948, an act declaring the 16th day of May of every year a special working holiday to be known as National Education Support Personnel Day. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill number 6948. Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Aboig Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Aumentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Baskug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biazon, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabotchan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro France, Castro Fredinil.
Mr. Speaker, my vote is yes, and I will reserve my right to explain my vote later.
You have 3 minutes to explain your vote after the voting. Go ahead.
Cayetano Alan Peter, Cayetano Maria Laarni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Cojuanco, Coliantes, Crisologo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Coliamat, De Gook, Delipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalia, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, Di Ian, Abcas, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Farinas Ria, Farinas Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Guico, Gullias, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Halushos, Javier, Jimenez, Ko Eliza, Ko Wilton, Konghun. Labad-labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lezatin, Leachon, Legarda, Lim Kay Chong, Lopez, Loyola, Lusotan, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Nagaño, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Owaminal Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Owano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padiernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdo Zieda, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarberia, Sacaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sangcopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulog, Saveliano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, Si Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Eliza, Tan Angelina, Tan Samir, Tan Sheri, Tan Sherni, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikurat, Zarate Zubiri.
With 231 members voting in affirmative and 0 negative, 0 abstention. House Bill number 6948 approved on third and final reading. The gentle lady, Congresswoman Franz Castro, you have 2 minutes to explain your vote.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Ginoong Speaker, una po sa lahat, nais ng kinatawang ito at ng buong Makabayan Bloc na magpasalamat sa kapulungang ito sa pagkakapasa ng House Bill 6948. Ang May 16 ay pinagdiriwang sa buong mundo bilang Education Support Personnel Day. Dito sa araw na ito, kinikilala at pinapasalamatan ng sektor ng edukasyon ang mahalaga at di matatawarang papel nila sa pagsulong ng kalidad na edukasyon at pagpapanatili ng ligtas at gumagana ang mga mahalagang opisina ng mga paaralan at mga kolehiyo at iba pang mga institusyong pampaaralan. Kahit ngayong panahon ng pandemya ng COVID-19 sa buong mundo, Mr. Speaker, sila ang mga maasahang mga personnel sa mga paaralan at institusyon ng pang-edukasyon. Sila rin ang gulugod ng educational system at esensyal din sila sa union, lalong-lalo na sa union movement, pero madalas sila ay pinapabayaan at minsan ay minamaliit. Ilan sa mga challenges na kinakaharap ng mga education support personnel, Mr. Speaker, ay yung una, yung mababang sweldo. Ang mga SG 1 to 3 ay hindi pa umaabot sa sweldo ng minimum at kapos sa benepisyo. Pangalawa, ang security of tenure. Karamihan po, Mr. Speaker, ng mga ESP ay mga kontraktual o walang kasiguruhan sa kanilang trabaho. Mababa ang pagtingin sa kanila ng mga school community at hindi kinikilala ang karapatan sa kanilang workplace. Kaya't ang mga guro at ang mga education support personnel ay kinakailangang magkaisa upang isulong ang kalidad at ligtas na paaralan. Maisulong din ang mga benepisyo at karapatan bilang mga manggagawa ng paaralan at institusyong pang-edukasyon. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, for local bills, I move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 3738, 6968, 6969, 6967. And I request that the Secretary General be directed to call the roll for nominal voting on the 4 local bills.
The Secretary General is directed to read the following measures and call the roll for nominal voting.
For roll call of members in consideration of House Bill 3738, 6968, 6969, and 6967. Honorable members, Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Sanaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Umentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Berzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Cabochan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano, Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano, Mariela Arni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalaw, Co Angelica, Co Elizaldi, Cuanco, Colyantes, Crisologo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Colyamat, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Dasa, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Micah, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Loso Montalya, Demaporo Abdullah, Demaporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ina, D. Faustino Michael III, D. Ian Paul, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Ergel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas, Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Fer Juliet, Fer Luis, Flores, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia, Pablo Jan, Garcia, Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Goed, Gomart, Gonzaga, Gonzales, Aurelio Dong, Gonzales, Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goroseta, Gico, Gullas, Guya, Aresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hoffer, Halusos, Javier, Jimenez, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Kong Hun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lasatin, Liachon, Legarda, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Losotan, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Magundadato, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Nagaño, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nolasco, Nunez, Malanyaon, Juaminal Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Roni, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padjernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Rimulya, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yadamari, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulug, Sevillano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Mihan, Sinsuwat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, C. Alvarado, Taduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Sharif, Tan Sherni, Tan Sharif, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tianco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tupas, Chutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Ungab, Unabia, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waycorat, Zarate, Zubiri.
with 233 members voting for affirmative and 0 negative, 0 abstention, House Bill numbers 3738, 6968, 6969, and 6967 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bills, for third reading, House Bills number 6939, 6940, 6941, and 6942 for the establishment of local TESDA centers. And I request that the Secretary General will call the roll for the nominal voting of the bills. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is now directed to call the roll of members.
Roll call of members. In consideration of House Bill 6939, 6940, 6941, and 6942, Abante, Abaya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Aguinaldo, Albano, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Hinaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Comentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Berzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabotchan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Mayala Arni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Coangelica, Colizaldi, Cuanco, Colyantes, Crisologo, Cua, Cuaresma, Cueva, Colyamat, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Loso Montalia, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael III, D. Ian Paul, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Ergel, Ermita Buhay, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas, Rudy Caesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Fer Juliet, Fer Luis, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia, Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales, Aurelio Dong, Gonzales, Neptali, Gonzales Sando, Goroseta, Gico, Gullas, Guya, Aresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Halushos, Javier, Jimenez, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Kong Hun, Labad Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lasatin, Liachon, Legarda, Lim, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Loyola, Losotan, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Magunda Dato, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Momo, Natividad Naganyo, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nolasco, Nunez, Malanyaon, Waminal, Olivares, Ong Se, Ong Roni, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padjernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Ferdinand, Romualdez, Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulug, Sabellano, Xiao Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, Si Alvarado, Taduran Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Shari, Tan Sherny, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Tutor, T. Alan, T. Diego, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva, Brother Eddie, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Y. Corat, Zarate, Zubiri.
With 233 members voting in affirmative, 0 negative, and 0 abstention, House Bill numbers 6939, 6940, 6941, and 6942 is now approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider for adoption House Resolution number 1117. And I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Resolution 1117, a resolution conveying the deepest sympathy of the House of Representatives of the Republic of the Philippines to the Republic of Lebanon and the victims of the catastrophic explosions that occurred in its capital city of Beirut on 4th August 2020.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt the said resolution.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we designate the following as members of the Bicameral Conference Committee on the Disagreeing Provisions of House Bill number 6953 and Senate Bill number 1564 on the Bayanihan to Recover as One Act. Namely, Deputy Speaker Luis L. Rey Villafuerte, Congressman Jonathan Kuya C. Alvarado, Congressman Eric Goyap, Deputy Speaker Aneo Abu, Congressman Juni Kua, Congresswoman Sela Luis Kimbo, Congressman Federico Oresco, and yours truly, Mr. Speaker, Wilter Palma II, and the Honorable Sharon Garin as members of the Bicameral Conference for the House of Representatives. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to designate the following members for the Bicameral Conference Committee on the Disagreeing Provision of House Bill number 6953 and Senate Bill number 1564, Bayanihan to Recover as One Act. Is there any objection? The chair, hearing none, motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Rules have received the respective letters of the Makabayan Bloc, respectfully withdrawing their yes vote on the House Bill number 6864, or an act establishing public health and environmental standards and safeguards for the better normal in the workplace, public places, and communities towards the sustainable recovery from the coronavirus pandemic. Mr. Speaker, I move that the yes votes of the Honorable Eileen Rosas of the Gabriela Party List, the Honorable Franz Castro of the Teachers Party List, the Honorable Kafemia Kuliamat of the Bayan Muna, Isagani Carlos Arate of the Bayan Muna, Congressman Freddy Gaiter of the Bayan Muna, and Congresswoman Sara Elago of the Kabataan Party List be withdrawn. So move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion for the withdrawal. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance with our rules governing inquiries in aid of legislation, I move that we refer the following House resolution to the appropriate committees. House Resolution 730 to the Committee of Public Accounts and Good Governance and Public Accountability. House Resolution 731, Ecology. House Resolution 732, Labor, Employment, and Good Governance and Public Accountability. House Resolution 733, Transportation and Higher and Technical Education. House Resolution 736, Trade in Industry. House Resolution 737, Public Order and Safety. House Resolution 738, Basis Conversion. House Resolution 745, Public Order and Safety. House Resolution 746, Higher and Technical Education and Good Government and Public Accountability. House Resolution 748, transportation. House Resolution 752, cooperatives development. House Resolution 756, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 888, labor and employment. House Resolution 892, good government and public accountability and public accounts. House Resolution 897, good government and public accountability and public accounts. House Resolution 902, basic education and culture. House Resolution 911, good government and public accountability and public accounts. House Resolution 915, basic education and culture and higher and technical education. House Resolution 920, national defense and security and public order and safety. House Resolution 922, basic education and culture and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 933, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 938, public order and safety. House Resolution 939, public order and safety. House Resolution 951, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 952, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 955, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 1010, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 1015, legislative franchises and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1018, energy. House Resolution 1019, energy. House Resolution 1025, energy. House Resolution 1026, public order and safety. House Resolution 1028, public order and safety. House Resolution 1030, housing and urban development. House Resolution 1034, labor and employment. House Resolution 1036, defeat COVID-19. House Resolution 1040, good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1043, public order and safety. House Resolution 1048, banks and financial intermediaries. House Resolution 1050, public order and safety. House Resolution 1051, defeat COVID-19 and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1058, justice. House Resolution 1061, trade in industry. House Resolution 1065, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1066, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1068, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1069, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1070, public order and safety. House Resolution 1072, public order and safety. House Resolution 1073, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1074, public accounts and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1075, justice and good government and public accountability. House Resolution 1077, good government and public accountability and public accounts. House Resolution 1096, defeat COVID-19 ad hoc committee. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to refer the following House resolutions to the appropriate committees. Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to our rules governing queries in aid of legislation, I move that we refer the following speeches to the appropriate committees. Representative Yap Eric, Public Information. Representative Erice, Justice. Representative Sarate, Public Order and Safety. Representative Hataman, Disaster and Resilience. Representative Robes, defeat COVID-19. Representative Kabatbat, defeat COVID-19. Representative Roman, defeat COVID-19. Representative Bordado, defeat COVID-19. Representative De Jesus, Energy. Representative Gaite, defeat COVID-19. Representative Erice, defeat COVID-19. Representative Datol, Senior Citizens. Representative Colyamat, defeat COVID-19. Representative Abante, defeat COVID-19. Representative Garin, defeat COVID-19. Representative Momo, defeat COVID-19. Representative Dago, good government and public accountability and public accounts. Representative Chato, defeat COVID-19. Representative Mendoza, Overseas Workers Affairs. Representative Banyas Nograles, Mindanao Affairs. Representative Suarez, Agriculture and Food. Representative Quaresma, Public Order and Safety. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to refer the following speeches to the appropriate committees. Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the representative of the Kabataan Party List, the Honorable Sara Elaga, for a manifestation. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Congresswoman Sara Elago is recognized.
Maraming salamat, Ginoong Speaker. Mr. Speaker, since we won't have a plenary session tomorrow, August 12th, I would like to greet in advance the Filipino youth and the young people of today in celebration of the International Youth Day with the theme Youth Engagement for Global Action. The International Youth Day gives an opportunity to celebrate and mainstream young people's voices, actions, and initiatives, as well as their meaningful, universal, and equitable engagement. This commemoration will take the form of various activities and programs online that are hosted by youth, for youth, together with independently organized commemorations around the world that recognize the importance of youth participation in political, economic, and social life and processes. Hinihikayat ko po ang ating mga kapwa mambabatas na makiisa sa kani-kanilang mga distrito, sa mga sinigawa, mga hinandang mga aktibidad din online ng mga kabataang Pilipino upang mapakita na sa gitna po ng pandemya, nananatili ang pag-ambag ng mga kabataan ng kanilang mga pagsisikap na para sama-sama po tayo na magsulong ng kalusugan. Mag-usap na ngayon na tungkol sa future ng work at ng livelihood at palakasin ang boses ng mga kabataan sa iba't ibang level ng paggawa ng mga palisiya. Muli, maraming salamat, Ginoong Speaker. Ang representasyon na ito mula sa kabataan ay binabati po ang lahat ng nagugunita ng International Youth Day ng pagsulong tungo sa mas magandang bukas. Maraming salamat.
Mr. Speaker, kami po ay makikiisa sa paggungunita ng ating International Youth Day tomorrow, and we will assure the Honorable Sara Elago that we too will join her in celebrating the International Youth Day. Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Secretariat be directed to transmit immediately all those bills that we have recently approved on third and final reading. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretariat be transmit to the Senate the approved bills. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up additional reference of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of measures on first reading, as well as communications and resolutions. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bills number 7313, an act creating the Boracay Island Development Authority, providing funding therefore and for other purposes, by Representative Rodriguez.
Majority Leader. To the Committee on Local Government and Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatizations.
House Bill 734, an act creating the Center for Disease Prevention and Control, providing mechanisms for epidemic control and for other purposes. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 7315, an act establishing emergency evacuation centers in all provinces and appropriating funds therefore. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill number 7316, an act exempting government officials and employees under investigation by the Senate and the House of Representatives from the prohibition against disclosure of bank deposits, amending for the purpose Republic Act number 1405, entitled an act prohibiting disclosure of or inquiry into deposits without any banking institution and providing penalty thereof as amended. Representative Garin Sharon.
To the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
House Bill number 7317, an act regulating and promoting the use of electronic and hybrid vehicles for sustainable and environmentally friendly transport system. Representative Garin Sharon.
To the Committee on Energy, the Committee on Ecology, and the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 7318, an act establishing the National Electronic Health System and providing funds therefore. Representative Garin Sharon.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 7319, an act providing protection to consumers in electronic commerce, amending for the purpose Republic Act number 7394, otherwise known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines. Representative Garin Sharon.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 7323, an act providing for free transportation to all healthcare workers during the coronavirus disease 2019 COVID-19 pandemic. Representative Castelo.
To the Defeat COVID-19 Ad hoc Committee.
House Bill number 7324, an act mandating the establishment of community-based permanent evacuation centers. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill number 7325, an act granting private health insurance coverage to government employees. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 7326, the Magna Carta for public counselors and their practice. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 7327, an act providing for the establishment of Sangguniang Kabataan SK centers in each barangay and for the capacity building trainees of SK officials. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 7328, an act promoting the capabilities and number of special education teachers in public schools, especially in rural areas. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 7329, an act institutionalizing sustainable tourism by providing strengthening measures therefore. Representative De Los Santos.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill number 7330, an act institutionalizing the establishment of a public library in all cities and municipalities and a reading center in all barangays repealing for the purpose Republic Act Number 7743. Representative Escudero.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill Number 7331, an act providing for the development, administration, organization, training, maintenance, and utilization of Medical Reserve Corps and for other purposes. Representative Tan Angelina.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill Number 7333, an act to institutionalize a Filipino gesture of goodwill, praise, and respect. Representative Fernando.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill Number 7334, an act regulating the planning, design, construction, occupancy, and maintenance of buildings, promoting building resilience versus fire, flood, storm, earthquake, and multiple hazards, enacting a new Philippine Building Act, thereby repealing Presidential Decree Number 1096 and for other purposes. Representative Villafuerte.
to the Committee on Public Works and Highways,
House Bill Number 7335, an act ordaining in the promotion of social enterprises to alleviate poverty, establishing for the purpose the private reduction through social entrepreneurship program, providing incentives, benefits, and appropriations therefore. Representative Zubiri.
to the Committee on Poverty Alleviation,
House Bill Number 7337, an act further amending Republic Act Number 4566 to promote competition and investment in the construction, contracting services industries, and for other purpose. Representative Gatchalian.
to the Committee on Trade and Industry,
House Bill Number 7339, an act appropriating 550 million pesos for the Cancer Assistance Fund and for other purposes. Representative Vargas.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
House Bill Number 7340, an act to protect Filipino consumers from substandard products, mandating for the purpose the establishment of Tapat na Timbangan Center in all public and private markets in the country, amending for the purpose Chapter 2, Republic Act Number 7395, otherwise known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines. Representative Vargas.
to the Committee on Trade and Industry,
House Bill Number 7341, an act extending the implementation of the lifeline rate, amending for the purpose Section 73 of Republic Act Number 9136, otherwise known as the Electric Power Industry Reform Act of 2001, as amended by Republic Act Number 10150. Representative Gatchalian.
to the Committee on Energy,
House Bill Number 7342, an act establishing Zamboanga del Sur Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, Provincial Training and Assessment Center to be located in the municipality of Lambangan, province of Zamboanga del Sur, and appropriating funds therefore. Representative Yu.
to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education,
House Bill Number 7343, an act to amend Republic Act Number 10742, otherwise known as the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015 and for other purposes. Representative Zamora Waikurat.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill Number 7344, an act amending certain sections of Republic Act Number 9173, otherwise known as the Philippine Nursing Act of 2002, providing for an advanced nursing education program. Representatives Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Macapagal Arroyo, Suarez Aleta, Arroyo, Balindong, Babasa, Castro Fedinil, Espina, Mercado, Palma, Radasa, Romano, Sanchez, Unabia, Pichay, Lagon, Dagoc, Edcas, Villara, Suarez, Defensor Michael Momo, Pajenos, De Jesus, Guya, Teves, Marcoleta, and De Los Santos.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation,
House Bill Number 7345, an act establishing mandatory pre-audit system for all government disbursements and use of funds and for appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Representative Robes and Tolentino.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
House Bill Number 7346, an act providing for the construction of San Andres Superhighway, easing travel from Lucena City to San Andres Port in San Andres, Quezon, and appropriating funds therefore. Representative Suarez Aleta.
to the Committee on Public Works and Highways,
House Bill Number 7347, an act creating Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Flight Standards Inspectorate Centers in Visayas and Mindanao, amending for the purpose Republic Act Number 9497, otherwise known as the Civil Aviation Authority Act of 2008 and for other purposes. Representative Duterte and Yap Eric.
to the Committee on Transportation,
Resolutions. House Resolution 118. Resolution calling for an investigation in aid of legislation on the alarming situation of the online sexual exploitation of children in the Philippines. Representative Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdez Ferdinand, and De Venecia.
to the Committee on Rules, Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend session until Monday, August 17 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none. Session suspended until August 17, 3 p.m. Monday in the afternoon.